Good morning everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. So today I want to do a video using up some of my gnome pictures, so gnome cards they were called, from Home Book and Treasure. So these, I showed you them in a previous video, lots of these pictures, and I'm going to make a file folder cover little notebook, so kind of a folio I guess. So it's not going to be all flips and flaps folio, it's just going to have the file folder as the cover, which I will mat some of the gnome pictures onto all four sides, and then I'm going to just put a journal in the middle with the gnome pages on, and that will be it. So just a small gnome folio, really using up the bits and pieces. I will leave the two pieces open here so that we can have a journal card front and back. Yeah, so there'll be gnome pictures, journal card front and back, and in the middle a journal notebook. Okay, so hi, hope you're all well. I'm doing good, thank you. I woke up this morning to a flurry of white, and yeah, it's quite a snowstorm going on. Oops, sorry. And everything was covered in white, but within an hour it had started to disappear. So, and it looks now like the sun's coming out. So yeah, so I've had a little bit of snow, a little bit of festivity this morning. Right, so unlike my normal crafting, I've got an awful lot ready today because I do want to do this in one video. Christmas is really rushing towards us now. In as much as, you know, posting dates and things like this. Now I would like to put this in the Etsy. I want to get lots of my Christmas things in the Etsy and hopefully, you know, move them on. I have reduced a few of the Christmas bits this morning in there, in the hope that I'm not going to keep them all summer. So if you're looking for something, if you've got your eye on something in the Etsy shop, you know, I haven't put it as a sale or anything. I've just gone on and reduced some of the journals, so it might be worth popping over and having a look. And this one I'm hoping will be going on later on today. You'll probably see the video first, actually, to be honest, so it'll probably be tomorrow. I don't know why I say today because I never get it done. Yeah, so hopefully this will be on the day that the video goes up. So what have I done? So I've got the file folder, which I got from, I think I bought a pack of 3 of these, and this is just a single one. I think they were pretty sure though. Oh, maybe I bought 2 packs because I did have 6 of them. I bought them off Tanya at Tatty Treasure a long time ago when I did the Edith Holden one, I believe. I might have bought some more since, I don't know. Anyway, I get them from Tanya at Tatty Treasure, and she usually always has file folders of various colours in stock, craft card and cream and what have you. And the link's always in my description if you're looking for them. So I put it down the sides and across the top. I've cut one of the tabs off the top just so that it wasn't you know, massive around my gnome pictures. I don't want to stamp. Often when we do a file folder folio, we stamp around the edges or stencil around the edges or something, just to fill in. But I wanted to just leave this one cream. So all I've done is I've cut it fairly small, so there's not a huge, you know, huge amount round it. And I'm just going to leave it like that. And I have just inked, not really strongly, but inked all the way round. And the other thing that I did off camera was I just put some tape across so this is that paper roll that I'm often using. Yeah, out of some sort of a ticket machine, just to give it a little bit of extra strength. It's not really strong, but you know, just on the folds, because I'm going to be sewing the notebook in there. Yeah, and that's all I've done. I've cut these out a bit smaller so they'll fit, and I've chosen which ones I want where. So it will literally be a matter of me just talking to you while I stick and glue all these things on here. So maybe I'll start with that now, and that'll be one piece drying. So let's see if I can get myself a glue book. There we go. Right, that isn't the one I wanted on the front. See, I said I had them in order, but now I've mucked them all up. I think that was it. Yeah, I just liked, it's quite a busy picture, isn't it, with all the little, I don't know if they are gnomes, I presume they are. They've got wings, so they must be fairies. Anyway, it came in the Gnomes kit and I thought it was a pretty picture, so that one's going on the front, so let's get that one on to start with. I need to get the pictures on so that I can decide where I can close it across the top, the file folder, to make the pockets for the journal cards. So I've cut the others out. I've cut 2 more of these pictures out, these cards out, to create a couple of journal cards. So it'll have, the journal cards will have on one side one of these lovely pictures, on the other side it will be just the card for writing on. Let's have it square. So I'm using my Scotch glue stick. I've got a cloth here, yes, because it's just paper on card, so that should stick absolutely fine. And I was toying with the idea of sewing it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it as is. Yeah, I think that's nice. Just because of the colours, the vintagey colours and everything in it, I think it's absolutely fine just with the inked card. I like it. Not over the top. So shall we do the back one next, so we can press nice and hard. I think, because the backs are taller than the front, I think that's the one. That doesn't look like I've inked it actually. Let's do it, give it an ink. Yeah, so I hope you're well. I hope some of you are crafting along with me. I know you're all busy, those of you that are talking to me in the comments. Thank you for all your lovely comments on the last video. So that was the giveaway video. We've only got 2 days now for you to comment on there to be entered. But you are telling me that you're busy, a lot of you doing stuff, either planning or actually creating. It's nice to know what you're all up to. Like I say, I am trying to get through my Christmas stash rather quickly because I'm running out of time for it to be, you know, useful to anybody. So it's going to be a few full-on Christmas videos. I think I told you that last time. So what else have I got? I'm just thinking what else I've got to finish. Oh, I've got to finish making another pink. So the pink journal, that's the giveaway. The one with papers from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. So it's Candid Christmas it's called. It's really nice. Well, it's just there in front of me, but I won't drag it in, otherwise I'll get sidetracked. You might be able to see it, I don't know. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, I think they are from Christmas cards, so that's why they've got this writing on them. So it's kind of mushrooms and gnomes, I'm guessing, this kit. Got what we're saying now, of course. Oh yeah, so I've got another pink journal. What am I on with? I've got another pink journal to complete and hopefully get on Etsy maybe tomorrow. Fingers crossed, we'll see. And then a lot of, oh no, I've got another pink one to do with some bits from Nanine, a little file folder kit. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. So there's another little pink project. It'll probably be the same as this, just a one-off, a one-day project. And then it will be the mop-up in earnest. So all my, I'm thinking if I've got chance, I'm going to create another journal in a day, with all my leftover bits of Christmas digital, so it'll be a real eclectic Christmas mix. And then, so of course these two will be separated, they won't be together. The book will be in the middle, the journal. What was I going to say? Yeah, and then I can start getting myself ready for the New Year's projects. Oops, a daisy. Yeah, so I said you were talking to me in the comments, and I think it was Wanda that was saying to me, asking me how I got started junk journaling, because I've not been doing it that long. I've been, I don't know, 18 months. I think I started, I don't know, when did I start? I must have been doing it, I think, about a year before I started on YouTube. you know, getting brave enough, very nearly a year anyway, perhaps not quite, brave enough to you know, share what I'm doing with you. And that was June, so yeah, probably 18 to 20 months I'm guessing I've been doing it. And I think my journey started, well, I've always been a crafter, but not paper craft. So I've been, or am, a knitter, a crocheter, a sewer. I'll leave that to dry and I'll stick my 2 journal cards. So I said there's a lot of sticking. Yep, so I'm thinking that one on there and that one on there. Yeah, they are different sizes and I'll show you why in a minute. Yeah, so I've always been a crafter. I'm quite addictive at it, so you know, when I was knitting like crazy. Same with crocheting. What am I doing? But I started getting arthritis in my hands and finger joints mainly. Well, other little places, not major. Obviously I've got it really bad in my knees. That's hence the one new one and the one waiting to come. Yeah, but I was starting, well, I wasn't starting, I had it for a long time in my hands, as you do when you're a crafter. But it was starting to get to the point where I couldn't do what I wanted to do. Very frustrating. You know, I could knit or crochet or sew, but I couldn't do it for hours and hours on end, which is what I used to love on my downtime. I think perhaps as a release from the full-on job that I did, because I think I told you last time that I was a teacher. And if any of you know a teacher or are a teacher, it's, you know, it's a full-on job. So the actual teaching the lessons in the classroom is just a really tiny part of your workload. You know, and pupil management is quite tough, but you know, you've got loads and loads of prep to do at home and marking, and yeah, it's hard to understand unless you're there. I know people say teachers are are overpaid and they get too many holidays and all that lot, but trust me, we work a lot of hours for our money. Yeah, so yeah, I liked my downtime when I could, and then I got poorly, so I couldn't go to work anymore. So that left me with, couldn't go to work, therefore I didn't have to plan any work. So that left me with hours and hours and hours of time on my hand, which, you know, is the dream, isn't it, for a little while? But after a while it drives you crazy. Yeah, so I had all this time on my hands and I couldn't well, I could knit and sew, and I did, but I couldn't do it for hours and hours on end. So I thought perhaps it's time I look for something a little less rough on my hands. And my sister was a card maker, and I'd always dabbled a little bit with, you know, messing about craft wise, but never really was a card maker or anything like that, just lots of dabbling. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to find something, so I'll have a go. You know, so I got some bits and pieces and some magazines and things, and started watching YouTube videos, which is what led me to find junk journal videos, which from the minute I saw a couple, I was just hooked, absolutely hooked. Loved the idea, loved the amount of videos out there, the diverse you know, community, the amount of people that were doing it and how differently they were doing it, that there was no rules. And yeah, that was me. Never looked back since, ever. Just love it. Love the craft. Absolutely love the community. It really is a lovely community. I said it loads and loads of times, and I say it over and over again, but you know, I love the support and friendship you get from the community. So there you go, Wanda. A lot of chat to find out how I got here, if it was you, Wanda. Yeah, so obviously the front one, because it's got that lip when I close it, I'm going to close it. Yeah, I'll have to close it across there, won't I? I'll still leave that showing now, but that will have to go in, which it will. Yeah, and the back one can be a little bit bigger. Oops. Yeah. and that one can be closed right across the top. Okay, so can I close it now, do we think? And just leave it to dry a little bit longer on those, and move on to the journal that's going in the middle, so you can see what a quick make it's going to be. Yeah, and I've done it as easy as I can all the way along. So all I did was grab some pages out of that, I think it's a maths exercise book probably. That one seems a bit shorter than the others, perhaps it should be in the middle. Inked some of the edges. Not all of them, just give it a quick dab just to, because it was a vintage book anyway, I'd started to discolour around the edges and what have you. So all I've done is just added a touch more. And then I thought for the outside, for the cover, just the same, another piece of the paper, and I'll just stick 4 of the pictures on. So one there, one inside, one on the back and one inside. And yeah, I've done a couple, you know, just because how much gluing do you want to watch me do? Do you have that one there? Is he going to need cutting down a bit? I think he is. Yeah, and then the whole thing can be sewn inside the file folder cover, I guess you could call it. I think I might have a bit more off there actually. And we're there. Now, what else was I thinking about this? I was thinking that I might put an envelope in the middle of it, which I will show you in a minute. So if I just get this down and drying. Again, these aren't going to be next to each other because they're, yeah, that one I think. Sticky now, because they're going to have the pages in between. Oops. I thought this would use all my gnome bits up, but there's still a few more bits left. But like I say, I'm going to make an eclectic Christmas journal, so it will have bits of the pink papers in it, bits of the Arty Maze that I've got left, bits of the gnome journal, maybe bits of the blue journal. Yeah, so that'll be an interesting one, because next year, it's alright saying I'll put them away and save them for next year. I think I want to go down one more, Denise. But next year there'll be a whole host of other new digitals out that I'm desperate to use, and I won't go back to these, will I? I mean, this gnome one I printed off last Christmas. Yeah, so I'm not going to fool myself. I know come next year I'll want to do all the new stuff, and anything that I've saved, chances are won't get used. Yep, so you can see they're all different sizes, and I'm not letting it worry me too much. I'm just sticking them in. To be fair, they're only for looking at probably these. I can't see anybody journaling on them. And they're so pretty, I doubt if you'll want to stick anything on them, but you might. Excuse me. So yeah, it's for me this is fun, just sticking papers. Once I've got everything cut to size, and a lot of people create like this. I know they get everything measured out and cut to size and get organised, and then sit down and create. This is not me normally. This is not how I create. And to be honest, it's taken me a long time to get this organised. I like to just do it as I go along, change my mind and think of things, but you know, there's something to be said for doing it this way too. Make sure they're all well stuck down. Perhaps I should use this little baby, which I was in love with at one point. I don't know why I stopped using it. Perhaps when I started packing up, because it is pretty good for this. It stops you from rubbing your pages too much as well. I guess it's a bit noisy, isn't it? Should have done it on these. Oops. Yeah, so I'm looking forward actually to going through all my stash of Christmas from this year. Like I say, I've still got pages from last year, which I will include as well. So that's my file folder, that's me journal cards. This will be the notebook, you know, which I could go to town and fancy up and put stuff down the edge, but I'm not going to. It's really crying out for being inked and torn, that edge, isn't it? I don't think I will. I think I'll just leave it be. Just leave it vintagey and used, and nice, quick and easy make. Well, this bit's a quick and easy bit in theory. Right, I was going to show you envelopes, wasn't I? Because obviously that's going to be stitched into there. So yeah, I need to glue the top of that up, ready for the, close it up for the journal cards and stitch that in. So I've got here from the kit. So this is an envelope I was just playing with, to be honest. I did a bit of stamping on it with the blue ink that I bought. Was it Dovecraft or Dovecraft? Can't remember. Yeah, it was all right. I didn't love it, but it was okay. But obviously I'm going to use it. I do love this. Absolutely love this image. It's one of the best ones from the kit. So this is one of the tags that was cut down, sorry. And it has got a little card in it to match the envelope. So I thought I could sew that into the middle of here to use it up. As I've played with it, it seems a shame not to use it, I don't know. But I was thinking maybe just put it in the middle of there and then glue that down. I've stenciled on the back, look, and open that edge. I suppose I could open that edge now, that would be easier. Obviously I can't glue that down until I've sewn the notebook in, but this will be easier if I do it now. Yeah, probably need a notch in it as well, don't I? Yeah, so I don't know, perhaps that ought to be matted as well. I can't do that though until it's sewn in, so we'll decide. Yeah, so there's that perhaps going in there. I think it probably is now I've cut it. And then what have I got here? Oh, this, do you remember this gnome paper that I found? It's a 6x6 pad, double-sided. So I just went on and made a coin envelope. So all I did was put it down on my scorer. I think, yeah, so it was 6 across there, so I think I thought I would need 3. Well, these two together would just have to be slightly bigger, wouldn't they, to cross over. So I think I did those middle ones. So that would have been 1.5 plus a 16th, and that one in 1.5 plus a 16th, which made this 3 inches less the 2/16 there, so that when it was folded over, yeah, one went over the other like that. Hope that makes sense to you. And then I just did a line across the top, a line across the bottom, made one bigger than the other, cut the 4 corners out, and then kind of chamfered a bit the edges, just so that I could, in fact I might as well glue that up now, hadn't I? I just wanted to show you what I'd done. Yep, so you don't have to have fancy patterns to create your own your coin envelopes or pockets or any kind of envelopes. You can create it yourself. Just get your tools out and start playing. You mean, if you're really unsure, you can just do it with the, you know, scrap paper that you're going to glue on or something like that, you know, old book page, until you're sure you know the pattern you want. But it's really easy. And I did love this gnome paper, so I thought we'll use a page up in here. I nearly shut that top down then. Don't shut the top down. Glues. There we go. Yep. Okay, so that can be drying now, because if you remember I had these were part of the kit, and I've just backed them on some I think that's Victoria design paper, one of her winter papers, I think it was called, or something like that. It was a big kit of them. They were lush, lovely for backing, you know, backing things. Although they'd probably make a nice journal page as well. We just might have some in the not very straight, was it? In the eclectic journal that's about to be made. When I say about, sometime this week hopefully. Although by the time you see this it will be, oh gosh, might be Friday, so it won't be this week, will it? It'll be next week. Cutting and gluing. Sorry, it's not a very all singing, all dancing video today. Nice, easy. Isn't it funny how you lose what day of the week it is when you're not out and going to work and what have you. My hubby Neil has just gone for a Christmas meal, which is pretty early if you ask me, but I guess it's difficult to get booked in just with it's just his boss, his manager, that takes him, and the other, I can't think what he is. I don't know if Neil's a manager and they're the, I don't know, or the team leader or something, I don't know. Anyway, there's another person like Neil who's there when Neil's not in charge, and then obviously there's one boss above the two of them, just for the one flat set of flats they work in. So basically there's three, two ladies and him, gone out for a meal. Lucky boy, isn't he? Yeah, it's his boss treats them. I guess it's probably the only time they get to sit down and talk, when they're not constantly interrupted for something at work. And like I say, him and his counterpart on the other shift probably only get to talk in passing on occasion. So, but I said to him, I expect it'll all be work talk, because these things often are, aren't they? But still, he'll be having the one glass of beer with his Christmas dinner, no doubt. So here I am playing at my desk while he goes and does that, and I'm quite happy to be doing so. Any of you started the season off yet? Going out for meals and meeting up, having parties? I know it's early, but I think others must be doing it too. I mean, we went out for a meal a couple of days ago, and the pubs are all done up, aren't they? They're all decked up for Christmas with the trees and trimmings, and the Christmas menus are all in full swing, so I'm guessing people are out and about. Right, I didn't tell you what I was doing, did I? So these tags also came with the kit, and I backed them on the same sheet of paper that those little gnome labels were on, word labels were on. So one sheet just took everything, which is lovely. So they are not too thick, but thick enough to write on now. So they're two pieces of paper thick, and like I say, it's about 160 GSM, I would think, at the most, but doubled, so that's pretty thick. Oh, I've moved my bin. Yeah. I think that's probably all the news I've got to tell you at the moment. Let's listen to the noise of the scissors. A bit of ASMR crafting. I'd never be able to make one of those, would I? I can't stay silent long enough. If I was going to do one of those, I'd have to put it up without, you can remove any sound, can't you, from your film, because I won't be able to film silently. Okay, and there's one that I've backed in dotty paper, a bit of dotty paper that was lying around, so that's another one of those tags. And then this is the last one, and this was a bit of scrap from the other gnome journal pages, also from Home Book and Treasure. So this is the last piece I need to cut. And then somehow my intention is, I don't know where they're going, some of them will go in that coin envelope, which is why I made it, but somehow these few tags from words are going into this folio, so that they are, well, for whoever owns it to have something to play with, and so that they are out of my craft room. Okay, good job done. Yep, so I'm not going to put the holes in them. I'm just going to leave them as like journal card tags. Definitely don't want any bulk in here, so I don't want anything through. I suppose I could just punch the holes in here for whoever gets the journal, so they could, you know, if they haven't got a hole punch but they want to put string through, they could. So maybe I'll do that, just punch the holes out. I'm wondering if these will fit in the I think these might be a bit tall to fit in that envelope. I suppose they'd fit in that middle one that's going in the middle signature. I'm not putting tucks or pockets or anything in the folio, just the two big journal cards. Right, I've only inked the front of those. Don't know why. Not thinking about what I'm doing. Oh, it's lovely, that paper. It's like screwed up and distressed, and it's beautiful. You might see some full pages of it in the next journal that I make. Yeah, so I think what I need to do, I've said it a few times, I need to go through all the Christmas ephemera really, and that's left over, stick it in a pack in Etsy, and yeah, sell it off at a bargain price, I guess. Save me having to find it somewhere. Not sure these are cut out very evenly, but look at that stain on there. It's funny, it's the only craft where you can have stains. I mean, it was there on purpose, I'm not saying it's a stain I've put on. And everybody loves it. Other people don't get it. If you're not a junk journal fan or maker, people think you're nutty. It does seem to be growing though, as a in the UK. I mean, I think it's always, you know, it's been big for quite a long time in other parts of the world, but in the UK it's getting more and more known. Yeah, lovely. Did I ink those? No. Oh, so I like that these have all got something different on the back. That's nice. I think this pink dotty one, I'm pretty sure is an Artie Mays. Hope I'm right. I think it's from one of her Christmas kits. As a backing paper, you know, they often put backing papers in with. It's got another lovely stain on it. Okay, so yeah, so some nice things there, I think, in this folio. Nice, pretty things. I'll link that, but I'm not going to put anything on it, the card, out of that envelope. I'm just going to put it in as a plain piece of card. It's quite nice. Well, it's like really thick paper. It's nice though. Can be more journaling or whatever. Okay, so we've had lots of inking, lots of gluing, a fair bit of cutting. Right, so next job I think is going to be glue this up, isn't it? Let's create a bit of space here so I can open it out. So obviously you want to glue the shortest sides, which I think probably is only that one. I think I could probably go all the way along the top, couldn't I? I'm just wondering if, because that's going to be closed, I could have had something stuck on there, couldn't it? But I can't think that I've got anything. I don't want to start, just to see what washi would look like. I don't think it's no, because it's kind of vintagey, isn't it? I think I might leave it because whoever owns it can write their name or December or no, I'll leave it. Yeah, so what I was thinking was, I think I can glue just all the way along this top, can't I? I think that should be fine. Let's just look for a piece of paper to put on my desk. I don't know. Glitter my desk. Whoops. Don't you start erupting on me now after the Fabri-Tac yesterday. So what do we think across there? I haven't thought this out. So here's hoping. Yeah, that'll close both tops, won't it? Leave the sides empty. Why won't it work? You just have this panic sometimes. That you're doing something wrong, especially with the glue, especially with the art glitter glue, because yeah, once that's down, yeah, it just looks like you can open it there and you can't. That's my only concern. But maybe it's nice, it's like a faux page, isn't it? Yeah, I'll just leave that to grab properly before I attempt to put those journal cards in. I guess the only other thing was, did I want to put a notch in? Not left much room that side, have I really? I'll put the journal cards in once that's dried and then decide if they're hard to get at. I think they actually stick out a little bit, but if they're hard to get at, I'll put a notch in. So this is what we were looking at, this little baby. And where's my book here? Let's get rid of that because it's very distracting. Journal cards. Yeah, this is just going to be the notebook. So yep, I think that'll be okay and glued down in there. So we just go ahead and sew it in. What do we think? Oh, did I never check that against that? Because it's too wide. Well, Denise, good job. Let's take that out then. Have I left room on this one? Yes, I have. That was lucky, wasn't it? Because it was quite a bit too wide. There's not a lot on that side though. No, there isn't. I'm going to have to go right up to the edge of that. I'm still not sure if that's going to be enough off. Oops. Classic error there. It's in and just. I would like a tiny bit more off. Oh, I probably have got a tiny bit more. Let's go right up to the edge. We certainly don't want it sticking out, do we? And the others are all fine. That one's right up to the edge. Try not to keep knocking you, sorry. And that's the only one that matters because the others haven't got anything. Yeah, that's in nicely now. Oh, super. So perhaps we want these other ones. I didn't tell how many pages there were, did I? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 was that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 pages in, that one 5. So it's only 5 pages. Put 4 to each one, so that's like 20. But 4 of them are pictures. Right. Where's the middle there? So I kind of want at least 2 of those off. I don't know if it's... I'll try it with my chopper and see if it doesn't like it. I'll have to get my craft knife out. I think that was alright. And then it just gives a lovely straight line when you get it straight. I've moved my bin and I'm constantly looking for it. I'll have to move it back again. Now I'll have to re-ink the edges. Yeah, so they're slightly inside, but that's absolutely fine. I only did this edge, didn't I? Bit of speed inking. No ink on my dauber. Whoops. Just throw everything underneath. It's alive, this paper. Come on. Oh, sunshine's coming out. How nice. So I have to say thank you for those of you who've been sharing my channel in a bid to get my subbies to the 750. They really are going up, because I was quite a long way off actually. I think I'm at 735 now, which is fabulous. Thank you guys, really appreciate that. You're so kind. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so and enter that giveaway. There are quite a few people entered now, but you know, it's lovely to chat to you all while you're entering it. That's better. That's inside now. Yeah, so it is starting to turn into a lovely gnome fest, isn't it? So that's what the middle will look like. Lots of gnome pictures, and then lots of journaling. Of course, you can be sticking these on it. I'm not going to put them on, I'm just going to put them in the envelope, I think, and add the envelope. So yeah, just lots of paper in the middle. Shouldn't that? Oh, it's there. And more gnomes, more gnomes, more gnomes, and then these two that need inking on the back. Yeah, I think we just need a tiny notch out of the front and back of that. It's gone a long way in. So let's see if I can use my wide one and not take a very big, so take wider rather than, now I gave myself a blood blister on this the other day. I trapped my finger in it, my palm of my hand in it while I was doing it. So let's not do that. Let's mark where I'm going to do it as well. Ha, that isn't big enough, is it? Don't know where my long ruler's gone. Be on this messy desk somewhere, no doubt. Right, so we have got, where does number 1 start? There. So this is a quilter's ruler, which I got when I started quilting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So it's as good as 9. So 4.5. It's in the middle. There. And hopefully it will be the same there. 9 is 4.5 there. Okay. Now I wonder if I should go through the whole thing. That might be a good idea, and then they will be absolutely the same, won't they? No, it doesn't want to go through all that at once. Oh, no. Oh, come out. Well, I guess I've made an impression where it's going. Oh, blimey, that was hard work. Because normally these don't like you going through papers, so I thought the thicker the better, but no. It's obviously got an optimum size that it likes. Oh, crikey, that echoed in my ear. I don't know how loud it was for you. Yeah, so I went right through front and back on purpose. That wasn't an accident. So that whichever side you are, you have it at, you can, yeah, pull that out. Yes, they need inking, don't they? I think these, not sure that that's been inked on the back either. Oh, I'm having fun with that little thing today. I've thrown it all over the place. So we're very nearly done, and I'm going to have done it in the hour, no problem. Never mind that it was 2 hours prep beforehand. Well, 2 hours very slow prep. I can't say that I've been pulling up any trees, as they say. Yeah, you can see it from the back there to pull out. I'm not going to put anything bulky or fancy on it. So did I do the same here? Yeah, the back needs inking. So this is just a card that I had in my stash. I suppose stock is the right word as well. So it's not the cream, but it does match the pictures, I think. Yeah, so you can have them either way as well. That's it. Oops, Denise, that's a bit rough. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? With that sewn in there. Yay! Right, now we'll get back to the booklet. And put the envelope in. Make sure everything's the right way up here. There's only one page with pictures on. So keep the booklet square because the outsides are bigger than the in. Oh, my hair out of my eyes. Right, took my eye off everything then. Did it move? Nope, I think it's in. Oh, some of these clips are so tough. You're not really holding that envelope in, are you? I'll put another one in for good measure. Yeah, that should hold it in place. So I did thread up just some ordinary red crochet cotton. It's very strong cotton, which I was just going to do the notebook and then slot it in, but I've decided to sew the whole thing in. So do I still want this? Is it going to be strong enough? It is strong actually, yeah. I think I will. Right, let's get a book for putting a hole through. Sorry about those noisy things. So yeah, I was just going to put, I think I still might, just top and bottom and tie it on the outside is what I was thinking. No, I'm going to do a small 3-hole pamphlet stitch just inside the envelope. That's the word that I was searching for. So that should have gone easily through. It has. And I've got a very nice tiny needle here, so come through. No, we don't want any knots, thank you. This is because it's not waxed, you see, but I don't think it will slip. Sometimes the waxed thread slips when you use it. This isn't going to have a lot of weight on it, so it'll be fine. Just cotton. The thing about this is it, if you're not careful, it would be very easy to pull it through the all the paper pieces and you know, rip them. Oops. Okay. So in there. No. Yes. Yeah, and then closing this envelope down, this envelope flap down, will secure the cotton as well. So there. Where did my needle go? There. There you go. I hope you're getting to see some of this. It's nice doing it with a tiny needle, I have to say. Of course, we're not going through very much. Oops. Keep hold of that. And then back through again. Preferably not splitting your cotton. Oops, if I can get hold of it. And I'll go that side, so you want a piece either side. Oh, I've got a lot of cotton now, haven't I? I'll get rid of some of it when I take this needle out. I wasn't sure how much I was going to need, or if I was going to double it up. I've got a bit there for sewing buttons on, look, lovely. Put that where it's safe. House, I need you a little bit stronger through there. Now I don't want to pull it too much, or I will rip the papers. I could just pull it straight through. It's a bit tight in there. Let's pull that through. That's better. Yep, that's better. So I'm just going to put 2 knots in it because I am going to put a tiny bead of glue on it because I'm going to glue this shut. That'll stop it moving. Right. Let's take these clips off and then I can glue that side. Spread it a little bit. Okay. Whoops. I think I'll put a little bit on each of those as well, keep them through. There's a little bit of give in it there. Right. I'm going to put glue all the way down it because I don't want that pulling through. That's it. Just hold it a second or two while it sets. I've opened this, haven't I? Yeah. I haven't put a divot in it though. Perhaps I should do that. Just let this art glitter glue a minute. Let it stick a minute is what I meant. Okay, so we're all but done. Let me put my lid back in my glue because it is erupting just like the just like my Fabri-Tac did. So I think it's to do with the cold and then the heat affecting my glue. There we go. My aim is set. Yep, so there is a tiny bit of give there, but you need a little bit because if it's too tight, that cotton will pull right through as you're opening your pages. Okay, I think we're just about glued down there. So now I'm gluing this side because we're gonna, well, we've already opened it at the other side, haven't we? It's going to be a pocket for a journal card. Gosh, I could not get that word. Try as I might. And I'm not going to put anything on there. The tags and things will be in it, so should you wish to, if you get this, should you wish to put a tag or something on there rather than journal on it, you know, that's, you can. So that's going in there. Do I need I suppose I have to let it glue before I start doing that. Yeah, that there. Thought something was coming adrift. I should know when you open when you cut an envelope, there's always a sticky up bit. There's one here, yes. Oops. To give that a minute now before we put that in, so let's just have a look through while that's all setting. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll put a clip on it to keep it closed a bit till it's trained, but I'm not going to put a fastener on it because it doesn't need it. Okay, there's that one. Nothing on the back at all. Lovely big mushroom card. I love him as well. It's umbrella full with snow. Yeah, and the first page of the notebook, if you like, and then all this writing or art or whatever you want to do with it. And that, which is going to have this. Make sure he's not stuck shut. Yeah, I wonder if these will go in there. They will, so they can just travel. I mean, that's the same one. They can just travel with a journal in there, and then you can do with whatever you want. Oops. That. That. And then that. Okay, so just a little bit of gnome love. Gnome Christmas, or gnome winter. Yeah, it is Christmas because they're getting Christmas trees, aren't they? And then there will be this. Let's have a look at these. These will definitely go in, I know they will. I haven't inked that, have I really love this gnome paper. I'm going to have to make a couple more of these, I think. So easy to make. Yep, so they can all go in there. And oh, that glue is erupting again. Goodness me. Yes, and it all wants to go away because it's creating havoc. And I can see straight away they're not going to fit in there, but they are going with a journal. So should you want to stick them in anywhere, you can, and if not, you can use them elsewhere. So yeah, I will pop those in with a journal. Maybe you can have a go at making yourself one of these, a bigger one. Right, I hope you enjoyed that. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and talk to me in the comments. That'd be lovely. Hope you're getting your projects nearly finished for Christmas. Remember to go and enter the giveaway, and I'll see you all again tomorrow, hopefully. Bye for now.